Hi, George Bruno here, also known as the Sultan of Silver, and today I'm going to try to create my own curl definer. I just looked up curl definer do-it-yourself recipe online, and this is kind of what I came up with a couple modifications now that I've been into a week of just letting my beard kind of curl up a little bit. First thing is going to be a little bit of aloe, just fresh aloe. I have an aloe plant that I love, 10 years old. I'm going to cut a piece off. Now, the gel is very gooey. Can you see that? It's just gooey. When you scrape it, it just looks like snot. It's drippy. Just gonna scrape it off. If you scrape it, it'll come off like liquid and not like snot. So, a little bit of aloe. Rub that in my hands. Raw shea butter. Rub that in my hands. Heat it up, melt it completely. Tiny bit of honey. This is local honey. Just a little bit of honey, if you can see that. And sweet orange oil. Some people, some recipes said put some gelatin in there. That's a possibility too. This is do-it-yourself curl definer. People with curly hair, when I've worked on people with curly hair, you never want to straighten their hair out. You cut the curls, you cut the locks. You don't straighten it out when you cut it. And you've seen with blow dryers, they have these diffusers. You don't want to, remember, heat plus tension equals straightening. You don't want to do that when you have curls. So I like options for my beard. I don't always want to straighten it. I don't have a curly beard. A lot of you guys have really curly beards, super curly beards. I don't. I have a straight beard. I might need just a little bit more oil in this. Maybe like a little more jojoba or something. See what I'm doing? Just scrunching, and it's forming these locks. The hair kind of comes together. I'm not frizzing it out. Now, it'll frizz out when I go outside today because the weather today in Philly is sick, man. It's just, I mean, it's hotter in Florida. All right. And then just always do the shaping with the thumbs underneath. For guys with the big beards, remember, we're doing Wizard by Winter. Scrunch. We're not frizzing, we're scrunching. We're encouraging hairs to kind of cluster together. I'm experimenting, man. I don't become an expert until I do something like 20,000 times. So you're watching an experiment in progress. All right, that's actually not bad. We're gonna see how it works for the day. As far as my hands, no stickier than when I use conditioner, like a leave-in conditioner. So we're gonna see how this works. The honey I have is natural. I get it from, well, you can't see, it's Maple Acres Farm outside of Philly. The shea butter is raw shea butter, unrefined. I get that from Whole Foods. The sweet orange oil is just an essential orange oil for no particular reason. I probably should have put a little jojoba in there, and I will do that next time to see how that works. So there you go, a curl definer. We use that when we cut women's hair, shampoo it, and then we use a diffuser, and then we scrunch it. The curly girls know that. You don't rub your hair. A lot of times, they plop it, which basically you take a cotton t-shirt and you wrap it around your head and you just allow it to kind of absorb the moisture. With the beard, a curly beard, you might want to use the same thing. I know I blot and it enhances the curls. So with curly girls, after we cut them after we plop them, and literally just blot the beard, and then maybe do a little drying with the diffuser. Then we put in a little curl definer so they have a bouncy, intact curl. So with the beard, for me rocking the new curly beard, this could be a thing. In an attempt to be as natural as possible and not use, if you go into a store, you're going to see hundreds of curl products, hundreds of curl mousses, curl puddings, curl definers, which are chemical shat storms. And I'm just, as much as I can, trying to avoid it. I'm not saying I'm 100% natural. I try to minimize it if I can. And I would much rather have something that was created in the kitchen than in a laboratory. So try that, you curly guys. See if curly beard guys, if that works, fine. I would add a little more oil to it, jojoba oil. I just feel that I want to lock the moisture in. And honey, honestly, just a tiny bit that dripped from a chopstick. That's basically what I used. So I hope that helps. A homemade, do-it-yourself curl definer and conditioner. George Bruno, also known as the Sultan of Silver. Thanks.